I guess we clocked in. Hey, what's going on, party people? Hope everybody's doing fine out there. It's definitely a great pleasure to have you here. If this is your first time, welcome. I go by the name of Lespri. I am a spiritual healer. And essentially, what I do as a spiritual healer is that I help people to become Christ like. And what that means, pretty much, I help you to attain your highest level of consciousness. And the way that I help you to do that, I help you to do that by becoming in alignment with yourself. And what I mean by that is, I help you to become mentally and emotionally balanced. And speaking of being mentally and emotionally balanced, what that means now at this point, if you're looking at your emotions, right? Um, well, your emotions does have an impact on your intellect. In most cases, I'll give you a perfect example. Like sometimes you know exactly what it's like. Let's just say if someone is being too emotional, and we use that term, but also we understand. It's almost like the minute their emotions got involved, and then somehow it's like the things that was right in front of them, it's no longer. I mean, they're not able to see it anymore. It's almost like, what the fuck happened to you? You see what I'm saying? And these are some of the things that we do experience and that you see. But also at the same time, I also want to take the advantage to say, when you realize that, how our emotions have a direct impact on how we see things, this is a great indication to reveal who we are and how we operate. And when it gets down to, you know, to the bones and the meats of it all, then you realize, again, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself, but we all we are all spiritual. We don't operate necessarily the way we appear to be. There's a lot more to us than what we appear to be. But anyway, going back to being emotionally balanced, that's why it's important for you to become emotionally balanced. For you to attain your highest level of consciousness, you have to become in alignment with you, meaning your intellect and your emotions would have to be, in alignment. Now, when we're talking about being emotionally balanced, it's important for you to understand what that means. Because a lot of people, right, hold up. Sounds familiar. My guy, let me know. Hold up a second. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Oh, no. Uh, hold up, guys. Buckhead. Okay, I just want to have to spell that out real quick. Okay, anyway. Um, so obviously you can see, how being emotionally unbalanced, what I'm saying, like can make you, you could miss a whole lot just by being emotionally unbalanced. And the same thing also, I mean, missing a whole lot in terms of clarity, seeing things for what they are, or seeing beyond what is being given to you, right? Now, the same thing also goes, let's just say, if you're the type of person who notices, let's just say, being emotionally unbalanced is an issue, but instead of being emotionally balanced, now you're saying for you to be balanced, you have to suppress your emotions. So therefore, you have chosen to be more intellect, right? Now, if you choose to do that, guess what? It's the same thing as well. You become also unbalanced because now when you become too like mentally or too logical, you technically becomes very rigid. because you're suppressing the emotions. So there's certain things that you're not taking into consideration because our vision, I mean, it's a lot more than just logic. You know, you would tend to step on people's toes and not giving a fuck. And this is why, you know, if you're being too logical, it's not going to help you neither. And in fact, adding a little bit of emotions, especially when you're being rigid, it allows you to find that middle point. It allows you, you know, and again, that middle point is referring to where your emotions and your intellect meet or come together. But anyway, I guess what I'm truly saying here is that I just wanted to show you, you know, for you to attain your highest level of consciousness, you have to be in alignment with you. And that pretty much means your intellect and your emotions have to become one, the yin and the yin. In other words, your masculine and your feminine has to come together. Now, when I'm talking about, you know, being emotionally balanced, now you may ask yourself, what the fuck does that mean? Right? So what that means is, to be honest, it's not, most people sometimes they think, you know what, let me just not raise my voice, you know, acting, having a certain behavior, you know, that's what shows, you know, how emotionally balanced that you are. You know how, you know, our culture does. Oh, he's raising his voice, he's losing it. No, motherfucker, or not to use profanity, you know, it's another way of, let's just say, you know, I am emotionally controlled or balanced. Nah, that all of that is bullshit. I mean, you may choose to do it once you're emotionally balanced, but that behavior doesn't mean you are emotionally balanced. Being emotionally balanced also means you may choose to, I mean, it's expressing yourself. It's not suppressing yourself. You know, I may choose to say, fuck you, motherfucker, and I mean it. But yet, I'm not being triggered because of you, but I'm just letting you know, like, I don't fuck with you. The fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, it has nothing to do with nothing. It has, you know, it doesn't mean, I mean, what it really comes down to, it's you understanding your emotional patterns. It's you being in charge of your own emotions. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I may choose to respond to somebody, not because they have triggered me, but because I want to let you know what's up. You know, and this is not meant for us to be going back and forth. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm not being triggered like, oh my God, you're going to get me to act. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's going to be on my own time. But most importantly, I'm aware of my own emotions. So being emotionally balanced has a lot to do with you understanding your own emotions, understanding how you're feeling, understanding your disappointment or your happiness. And then now at that point, then you'll have the ability to actually, let's just say, if you're looking to change it, modify it, whatever the fuck you want to do. In fact, you know, in the occult, which I'll be talking about shortly, we talk about doing your shadow work. Well, what that entails is you would have to be in tune with you. Your shadow work is you analyzing, you know, the things that are happening in your own shadow. You being in touch, you understanding, okay, when I was 5, this is what happened, and this is why I'm this way that I am now. And how do I fix this? Well, I have to address what took place when I was 5. And addressing that simply means you understand what took place. Then now, when you understand your emotional patterns, so then at that point, it enables you, let's just say, if you have any type of blockages, then you have the ability to actually remove it. It's not a behavioral shit where, let's just say, if I'm out in public, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna, nah, it's none of that shit. You wanna make a scene, make a scene. But the scene is coming out of you. Another way of looking at this is just like when Jesus went to that fucking, to, I guess it was a church or the temple when the people were selling shit. This nigga went and break everybody's shit. I mean, he wasn't emotionally disturbed. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he reacted just like anger. There's nothing wrong with fucking anger. You have to learn how to be mad, and sometimes getting mad, I mean, is needed. Depending on what the, you know what I'm saying? It's not, there's nothing wrong with it. But it's how you using it. That's pretty much what it comes down to. So now, when we talk about being emotionally, I mean, well, that's pretty much what we meant by being emotionally balanced. Now, when we talking about being mentally balanced, well, check this out. It's the same baseline understanding here. Meaning, what that means pretty much, you have to understand how your own mind works. I mean, it's your mind. The fuck? What would you not want to know? But anyway, but that also requires a little more awareness too. Like, that's why, everything. Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself here. I mean, I'm still, I'm still excited from yesterday. But anyway, um, listen, man. But anyway, it's the same baseline understanding. You need to understand how your minds work, and in addition to that, you also have to understand everything we encounter, we come in contact with, you build a relationship with. For instance, you have a relationship with your school. You have a relationship with your work. You have a relationship with the supermarket that you go to. So you have to understand how is your relationship is being impacted by those things. How is you going to school? How is your school is shaping you to think? Do you think it would be the same if you go to, let's just say, a school in the hood versus a private school? Is it the same mentality? Is it shaping you the same way? How about where you live? Do you see what I'm saying? How about the political parties? How you have a relationship with that too? The government. Whatever the fuck. So now you have to understand now how you being conditioned by these things. Your culture. You think a certain way being born in America. That's just the way it goes. You got this whole tribe thing going. You know what I'm saying? Hold up. Once. Hold on, guys. Hold on. You know what I'm saying? Take a break. You know what I'm saying? Talk among yourself. This is the part where I know you were paying attention. This is the time, especially if this is your first. No, let me stop. Give me a second, goddammit. I'll be right with you, my lovers. You know what I'm saying? I gotta make sure I know, what I'm saying, what's going on. We gotta stay connected. You feel me? Okay. Yo, I'm trying to tell this dude, man. Dude, listen. Listen, motherfucker. Listen. All right. So I apologize, guys. I had to. There's a couple things I had going, so just bear with me for a second. But anyway, going back to the whole conversation, making a long. Let's. Okay, so pretty much, we were talking about. I'm sorry. Being mentally balanced, and the way you go about that, of course, you would have to. What that entails is that you have to understand how your minds work, and then everything else that you come in relationship with, you are. I mean, there's a certain it's shaping you a certain way. Like your food, whatever the fuck. So it's important for you to understand, even the political party. You know what I'm saying? The society that we're living in. It's important for you to understand that and how that. I mean, what kind of impact it has on you. Because otherwise, if you don't acknowledge that, how do you be in control of your mind? How do you be mentally balanced? You wouldn't be balanced. I mean, you just follow. I mean, you would be under the influence. You know what I'm saying? Don't think just you only get into the influence just by drinking. You know what I'm saying? That's being under the influence. But anyway, so that's pretty much what I do. In a nutshell. I mean, it's a whole lot. And if you understand everything I just said, it's pretty much it's dealing with you. I mean, although I kind of make it sound good though, you know what I'm saying? But there's a whole lot that goes into that. Just like there's a whole lot that goes into you. The mystery's us. But anyway. So now, if you're coming back, you already know we're doing this for you, baby. Stop it. Stop playing. But anyway, it's good to have you guys back. What I do here, pretty much, man. I like to call this. It's no. It's like this is where we actually all get together and we get to break bread. And as we're doing so, breaking knowledge and sharing our wisdom to one another. This is a holy communion in terms of us coming together. And this is how I look at this, and it's always a pleasure. Do you see what I'm saying? And just being part of the community, doing my work, but most importantly, this type of work, it's essential. You can't tell me nothing, bro. Like, I mean, it's also an honor for me, to have the privilege and the wisdom, what I'm saying, to share this with you. So you already know. Stop it. You know what I'm saying? You're getting me too emotional. Bitch. You get me in my feelings. I don't like that. But anyway, but I love it though. Come on, man. I gotta be in my feelings, man. I mean, that's how I feel a lot. Don't get me started. But anyway, so it's always great. Welcome back. You already know what this is. You know what I'm saying? So welcome back. You already know. So now, as part of my routine, guys, and I'm gonna be fast. I'm gonna be quick on that because we need to talk about what we're gonna be talking about tonight. I mean, for the past couple of days, Spirit totally took over. I mean, he's still here though, but tonight we're gonna talk about this though. Wow, today? Oh shit. Still early. I mean, this is early for you, but we got things to do. We got things to do. Let's get busy, baby. So, being a spiritual healer, spirituality it's my foundation. Now, you know, I mean, it's just us. So I always like to take a minute to talk about spirituality because as a spiritual healer, this is like but most importantly, I want you to know too how I got to think the way that I'm thinking. You see what I'm saying? So, it's one of those spiritual niggas. That's one of them. But anyway, but also too, another reason why I always like to take the time to let people know about it It's to help you to become conscious of who you are. Because when it comes to spirituality, it is you. But some of the most, let's just say, one of the most, um, let's just say, misunderstanding that I get about spirituality, or when I look at people, when I follow and listening to what they're saying, it's almost like they feel, a lot of people feel like spirituality is outside of them. It's almost like you tend to feel like when you see a monk, okay, this is spiritual. I mean, yeah, yeah, this is spirituality right there. Or if you go to church, or other people look at religion as a, not necessarily spirituality, but another form of it, you know. But the bottom line here is that if you're really paying attention, if you're looking at religion, if you're looking at, they're thinking this is something that is outside of them, it really comes down to that. So even if you're talking about religion, you still feel like it's not the real life. Like you having to take a shit, you having to eat, you having to work. That would be more of a real life to you. But everything else is bullshit. So you define. Yeah, motherfucker, me too. That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? But anyway. Hold on, guys. It's pow. Bam. Blah down. But anyway, so because of that, because of what? What the fuck was I talking about? Okay, I'm a little bit. Bear with me for a second. All right, I got you. But anyway, so yeah, so because of misunderstanding, but also you not knowing who you are, because a lot of us we don't know the way that we operate. Look around you. Everything is pretty much an indication. Everything that we're surrounded by, when people are talking about the law of manifestation, whatever the fuck, it's about you. We all talk about God. Well. So where the fuck is it? You know what I'm saying? Upstairs somewhere. You know what I'm saying? But other people too, based on your feelings and your personal experiences. In fact, today I was watching. I saw. What's that brother name? Tyrese. You know what I'm saying? And I saw the brother. He took his hat off. You know what I'm saying? And just saying, if it wasn't for the life of Jesus. Do you see what I'm saying? So I'm saying that to say, it's all around us. Our personal experience, our trial and tribulations, and the help, how we were able to overcome certain things. I mean, it's all around us. But yet, a lot of you still feel like it's outside of you. Do you? I mean, I don't know. Like, do you? I mean, yeah. Yeah, it's a little crazy. It's cray. It's cray out here. Hmm. So, you know what I'm saying? But when you really get to know who you are, then you realize, even, let's just say, not too long ago, I was talking about being too emotional, right? And then have you ever noticed that? Or when you say somebody, you know what, man, you being too, like, once you get over that, you'll be able to see it. What the fuck just take place? How did his logic somehow just, you know what I'm saying? Or that's why people would tell you, if you're depressed, or if you're not emotionally balanced, or if, let's just say, if you're mad, whatever the fuck it is, you do not want to make a permanent decision while you're mad. There's a reason for that, because there's certain things you're not taking into consideration. So I'm saying that to say that alone, like when you analyze that aspect of us, then how do we even see things? Why would my emotions somehow is blocking me from seeing what you see that I can't see? And then once my emotions, I come down a little bit, or I come to see things a little more, or when I think a little more, or whatever the fuck the situation is. Do you see what I'm saying? So I'm saying that to say when you really, and here's something else too. If you learn anything, well, when the secret comes out, right? They talk about how, well, one of the things that they talk about was, they were asking you, have you ever noticed, like once you see something and then you start seeing it several other times. All of that is revealing the way you act. It's revealing your very foundation. And then now you also realize for us to thrive, that's why your savior, it's a personal thing. Only you can save you. Have you ever read a book and then you know how to read and write, but because you don't have the proper understanding of the book, although you know how to read and write, you still don't understand the book? Here's something else too. If you're not convinced, every man's life, as a man thinketh, so he is. And I'm not saying thinketh here in a sense of having an idea. I'm I'm talking about your level of intelligence. That's what this is a practical matter. Knowledge we thrive through understanding. Well, there has to be something we got to be relating to it. Do you see what I'm trying to tell you? And as you investigate even deeper into this whole thing, then you realize even our mentality. The whole rich dad, poor dad, or think and grow rich, the point is they're trying to get you to adapt a different way of thinking. There is a lot more than what you think is in front of you. You want to be rich, but you need to think a certain way. So then we also learn whatever you're looking for, you have to become that. Again, you're our nature here. All of those motivational bullshit that you be hearing, not bullshit in the sense of it's not good or anything like that. That's not what I meant to say. Or that's not the idea of what I'm saying. But it's all revealing, like people telling you to keep going. Yo, this is us. And what spirituality does now, it gives you a better understanding of who you are. Another example that I'm definitely gonna take with you guys, like in spirituality, we tell you, you think the way you think like your God. Well, guess what? If the scripture says, isn't that what the Christians are doing? They doing what the scripture tells them, and they tell you that too. This is it's not shining armor, but I think there's another term that they use. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you have your Bible is the shit. And then because of that, didn't Jesus tell them to go out there and spread the words and trying to get people to convert? What are they doing? They're acting in accordance to what their God tells them. If you're a Buddhist, well, guess what? You know what I'm saying? You're not looking to convince other people. You're not, you're more open to other people because nowhere in your instructions where it tells you to go and convert other people. but to allow people to be. I'm saying that to say, I mean, once you understand that about you, listen, man, if you thoroughly understand what I just told you just now, I'm letting you know that you're not as physical as you think you are. So when you look at spirituality and you think it's outside of you, it's because you're ignorant. But better yet, because you don't know who you are. You know what I'm saying? Spirituality has nothing to do with a motherfucker that wrap his ass with fucking clothes or towel and walking around. I mean, that has its part though. I mean, it's also part of it in terms of, you know what I'm saying, I appreciate like the way the monks do what they do and the color that they wear. There's other things that goes into that. I'm not going to get into it, but the bottom line that you need to understand, that's why no matter where you go, everybody's talking about God, man. You know what I'm saying? How so? So spirituality is truly you. And as you delve into yourself, then you realize you are more than what you appear to be. Then now on the flip side of spirituality, now you have something called the occult. It goes by many different names. You have the mystery schools. You have all type of different shit. The Gnostics talks about gnosis, which is talking about knowing. There's so many other different, let's just say, not just philosophies, but in terms of manuals, in terms of, scriptures, esoteric knowledge. In fact, this type of knowledge is actually called, when you're dealing with the occult, it's called the esoteric knowledge. And esoteric means, you going beyond the understanding or what the word is saying. That's why you'll see even in the Bible, you know what I'm saying? I think it was it Paul that says, or was it Peter? I don't remember. Was it in Act? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, you know what I'm saying? This motherfucker was talking about, how the letters kills, but the spirit gives life. So that is telling you, and we also understand that too. That's why those books been around for years. You know what I'm saying? And that's how too. That's why you can't approach this knowledge academically neither. Because over the years, let's be honest, the number of people who know how to read and write, especially in this era that you're living in, are there a lot more smart people? More, I mean, do we have more smart people today? You know what I'm saying? And then just knowing how to read and write. I mean, again, we're talking about the whole aspect of esoteric knowledge is, you having that ability, having the life in you to decipher, to understand you giving life to the words. Just like if I were to give you, let's just say, what's that 50 Cent song? It's your birthday. We're gonna it's your birthday. I could give you the whole fucking rhyme and give you the notes. It's the musical notes, the beat, whatever the fuck. Go ahead and do it. You have to act it out. You know what I'm saying? You have to act it out. So having those notes, that's why even the Bible, you have a lot of these people, they don't even understand what they're reading. Because again, this is an esoteric knowledge. First of all, they don't even understand why. You know what I'm saying? Like, isn't it odd to you that, a virgin gave birth? That's the idea. We want you to look at it from a whole different perspective. Because where have you seen this? And just so you guys know too, I mean, nothing is fucking impossible. Because I understand the nature of the universe that I'm living in. In fact, you get your breakthrough. It's when shit kind of look iffy. Like it's almost like, you know what I'm saying? And then that's how things. Anyway, that's a whole other conversation. I guess it's somehow relating to this, but what I'm truly saying here is that, listen, man, it's things are not what they appear to be. But anyway, dealing with the occult now, that is the type of knowledge. Okay, let me just put it to you this way. If you're just now starting into spirituality and getting to know you on a deeper level, some of the basic shit, if you were to pick up, let's just say, an occult book, some of the like easy shit or basic shit that they will teach you first is that you have something called a subconscious mind. And the idea of emphasizing or teaching you about your subconscious mind is for you to get into the dark side of you. And that dark side, what that means is the side that you do not see. I know we all use light and dark in terms of saying good and evil, but what I'm referring here has nothing to do with that. And I get what people are saying too when they say that, but just so you understand, there's nothing wrong with darkness and there's nothing wrong with the light. And if I put you in a room where there's a lot of, it's too bright, you're not going to see. Just like when I put you in a room that is very dark, you're not going to see until you find the twilight zone. That's on the house. You know what I'm saying? Go watch. You know what I'm saying? Then you understand there's no friend in a twilight zone. Because the twilight is when you see how sometimes at night and then it was dark, we didn't see, and then as the light is coming in into the darkness, that's how you're able to see. That's the twilight. But anyway, I'm saying all of that to say, what the fuck was I saying? I don't even know why was I getting into that, but I guess it just needed to be said. Oh yeah, because I was tapping into some shit yesterday. Okay, never mind. That just forget about that part. Well, shit, too late now, huh? So, going back to darkness, that's what I was saying. So the dark side of you, I know it's helping you to be conscious of the things that you do not see. So in other words, the occult is expanding your vision. It's allowing you, it's teaching you how to see things beyond the veil. It's a statement that we use to say to see things beyond the material surface of what you're looking at. And this is where the spiritual laws comes in. When you understand all of those different shit, then spirituality is simply your fucking life, my friend. Now, and this is why too, and this is why I do what I do. So what I'm doing here, I'm holding the mirror of wisdom so you can see who you are. And that's what spirituality is too. It's that mirror that allows us to reflect on who we are. And that mirror now on the wall is guiding you. And that's what all of our ancestors was able to do. That's what you're seeing when you're reading. If you're reading about Isis and Osiris, those are your manuals to guide you. And because we understood what we understood, we understand we had to put it in a form, in a story form, because it's all about the narrative. Do you see what I'm saying? But we also understand too. That's why we didn't teach just anybody. Not because there's nothing for you to hide. Nah, not everybody's ready, is open to learn. You see, for me, and this is where I got to take a minute and thank some of my people in the past. Oh man, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself here because as you see in this conversation, you know, and yesterday I told you guys too, like when we talking about gratitude, let me just say that because I mean it was right here, so I just couldn't hold it for too long. It's a state of mind. It's something for you to live, and we'll get to that. We'll get to it. I mean, shit. Now just so you guys know, I have already talked about this, but the way I want to approach this tonight, it's something. I mean, I hope you appreciate it because and what we're gonna be talking about tonight, and as you see in the title, you got everything you ever needed. From the time, the place you were born, from the time you came on earth, you got everything you need. And if you don't believe me, you even have the Bible, all the sacred text that our ancestors even left for us. And if you miss that, then motherfucker, I'm here talking to you. But you have to wake up to that. But anyway, just to summarize the whole spirituality shit, again, it's your life. Then you're dealing with the occult, the spirit, the whatever the fuck. There's a lot more to the environment that we're living in. That's why it's not what it appears to be. I mean, there's poison in nature that kills you, right? I'm saying that to say, well, not just to tell you, I mean, to show you how nature, I mean, it is what it is. The good that happens, the bad that happens, you know what I'm saying? Versus, a lot of what, a lot of what a lot of us are talking about. We're not in tune, you're not in touch with your environment. We are so quick to talk about how perfect that we're not. But yet you're living in a world like who cares? Like if you really care about being perfect, well, learn how to fall. Be imperfect to be perfect. No one here on this earth, that's why when you're afraid to make mistakes, like you don't know how you work. You don't understand yourself. There's no such thing as fucking mistakes. It is a mistake when you make it a mistake. But if you learn from it, like this is our reality. And I'm saying that to actually make a point. To show you once you get into your spirituality, because that's what spirituality does. It reflects who you are. So this is all part of spirituality. Again, that's why spirituality is giving you a deeper understanding of you. This is not about me trying to convince you to follow my God. Although, once you understand spirituality, just like we were talking about here, then you understand God better than anybody else. Like, that's why I am a man of God. I mean, shit. Because with God, that's when you get to elevate. Your integrity, all of these things comes with God. And that's why I always tell people too, man, you're gonna have to look at it from both perspective. People always say God is outside of us, which is, I mean, shit, I feel the same too. But I also understand there's no God without me. What that means is, the value that we're giving to God. It is you. Because let's just say, if you're a Christian and let's just say, I am Muslim. You don't give a fuck about Muhammad, do you? And I wouldn't give a fuck about Jesus neither. Now, with Jesus, so Jesus is only valuable because you value him. That's what I'm saying. You do have people who have not answered God's call, right? You have your free will, don't you? And depending on how you choose to act, well, I mean, shit. That's what I'm saying. God's only important because of you. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have to be crazy to believe in God, man. Like, and this is what I realize about a lot of people. It's like, I mean, you calling me superstitious, but everything you say and do it's not even natural. You telling me to be humble. You telling me, I mean, I should be humble. I shouldn't be loving myself. But when I look at the reality that's around me, I don't see anybody who ever succeeded without loving who they are. It's the total opposite. Do you see what I'm saying? Oh, hold up. Let me. Oh shit. It's the total opposite. That's when I realized a lot of people are truly living in their mind. Like I don't know how you come up with some shit. Like, do you see what I'm saying? And even you talking about God, it's not even practical in your own fucking life. I mean, your God is like, it's more like you're looking to escape. You came here, and then you're thinking about another life somewhere else. I mean, shit. Like, I mean, how in tune are you? Like, I mean, does that make? I mean, I don't know. Okay. That's why you'll see a lot of people, the religious people, for what as we know it today, because the true meaning of being a religion or a religious man, like that's what I call myself. Because religious men, truly, what we do, we talk about God. We're men of God, meaning we're talking about our higher self. And then you understand too, man. Like, think about it. I mean, literally, without God, there's nothing. Would you be able to do business if there's no trust? That's why a lot of businesses. I mean, it's to your benefit, man. Like, if I have a business, man, I would want to be honest with you because I want you to come back. Not just you coming back, but I'm saying even for us to connect, to have a real interaction. That's why people who betrayed you, they always don't want you to know. But yet they're looking to maintain a good rapport with you. Faking, lying. I'm saying that to say, even in this particular instance, because God brings the best out of us. That's why even you want to deal with somebody who fuck with God. Why the fuck not? Would you rather be somebody who's gonna cheat you, trying to get one up on you? Who's let's just say who's competing with you behind your back? You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers who don't know who they are. What the fuck you gonna do with that? Do you see what I'm saying? And this is the world that we're living in. So here's something else too. As you embracing yourself, part of the journey, you're gonna have to deal with these motherfuckers too. And then now the Bible now is telling you when they talk about the fruit of the flesh, meaning the people who's not thinking about the God aspect of them. And when you don't see that, what do you see? You see the material side of you. And then what do? You act as such. You act in accordance. And this is the world that you're living in. Motherfuckers are keeping up with the Joneses. Why? Why do you think it's that? I mean, come on, man. When you get in touch with your spiritual side, you don't compete with nobody. You follow you. So spirituality, pretty much, that's the only way for you to get better, to be a better person. It's a practical matter. It's your. That's how you become a better version of you. So when you don't understand spirituality or you think it's outside of you, you you ignorant. Do you see what I'm saying? This shit is a practical matter. Trying to teach you niggas how to walk them, how to become God and walk amongst men. Alright, I'm being a little too excited. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so again, spirituality is your life. You can slice and dice it however you like. But of course, with the proper understanding too. And that's pretty much what it comes down to. How are you looking at it? Are you looking at it from a material perspective? Or are you looking at yourself from a spiritual perspective? Whichever way you choose to look at it, as the man thinketh, and this is not just a thought, like in terms of an idea, but this is your process, the way you see life, the way you look at yourself, your understanding. And just like for anybody else, that level of understanding, when you have a guy that gave you the think and grow rich, that's what they're trying to help you with, so you understand. Again, practical matter. If if for you to follow God is you going somewhere else, I mean, now granted, I mean, shit, I'm not. And here's the crazy shit too. And because you don't even embrace you don't even know about no other fucking life anyway. Do you talk to spirit? Are you psychic? Are you medium? Well, these type of like gifts or present, I mean, you would have to get in touch with your spirituality. I'm not saying if you don't know that you're spiritual, you're not gonna be gifted. That's not what I'm saying. It would definitely help in terms of I'm saying how you using that gift, but I'm saying like shit like okay, what okay, let me say it this way. I mean, how? Like me, I'll give you a perfect example if I'm using myself. I know there's another life. You know what I'm saying? I know. In fact, I'm living both lives. Both lives. To be honest. Shit. Like, when you truly understand this, well, I mean, you transcend. That's what being in the world and not of the world. Or, I mean, you know, I mean, shit. Okay, I not that part. But, you know what I'm saying? Becoming gods amongst men. And but not just that too. And the truth is, okay, when you think about electricity, where the fuck do you think this shit comes from? And I love that phrase by the Matrix. Is it air that you're breathing? Think about it. Is it? I mean, there are so much that's going on around us. I mean, we you know what I'm saying? It's this is where the ignorance and I mean, shit. There's a whole lot of shit taking place around you, nigga. Trust and believe. You don't have to trust and believe nothing. And even if we were to talk about, and even certain things that, even the war, some of the shit that we're doing, even like, okay, this is what I meant. Okay, I'm glad this is coming back. So I did mention nature kills you. There's poison in nature. And what I truly wanted to say about this, it's like the point that I mean, it's kind of like I had something in mind and then I said something else. But what I really had in mind and what I really wanted to say, which is connected to what we're saying here, in terms of even the world that you live in, and there's more to it than what it appears to be. That's why we drink certain things. You eat better. You're saying this is better for your body, right? So even the food in itself that you're looking at, I mean, there's a lot more to it than what it appears to be. That's why we study it. We understand what it does to our body. I mean, this is what we're doing. Is it really as material as you think it is? But also, too, the other point that I also wanted to point out when I'm glad that I talked about, Earth. I mean, nature kills you too. I mean, a lot of us sometimes, you know what I'm saying? You know how people always, you breathing that good ass prana. Well, all right, motherfucker. I hope as you eating all those natural fruits, I hope you know what to eat and what not to eat. Because there are some natural poison too. That good ass prana will also get your ass out of here too. So I'm saying that to say, so again, the whole aspect of good and bad, you know what I'm saying? I mean, is it a coincidence? God is always with Satan, as we see it in our nature. I mean, what you think that is good could be bad for you, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen that a lot of times. And this is what we're gonna be talking about tonight too, man. You got everything that you ever need. You ever needed, you got it from the time you were born. But now, for you to understand that, though, you're gonna have to, again, going back to the whole gratitude shit. And like again, a lot of us always talk about how gratitude, how great. Nah, mother. I mean, yes, it is. But gratitude is more than just, let's just say, I woke up this morning. Thank you, God. It's more than that. It's more than that. It's truly abundance when you become in alignment with you. But you also need to understand, well, you become in alignment with you, you understand what's around you. That's the secret. That's the thing. That's why, I mean, nigga, you better embrace you. There's nothing takes place without you. You have to brush your teeth. You do everything else for yourself. Then that's why now, when you know about God, that's why you go to school. For you to thrive, you can't just be fucking and eating. Do you understand that? Because there's more to you than what you appear to be, but also the world that we live in. I mean, it's all connected too. It all makes sense. But now, for you to truly be in a state of gratitude, or for you to be grateful, it's not something you just say. It's something you got to live. And for you to live that, you would need to understand other stuff, such as what we're talking about tonight. I mean, how do you have gratitude if you don't already feel like you got everything you got? And yet, in the midst of that, you're still looking for more, and yet still remaining grateful. I mean, do you know anybody who's grateful and who's just stopped working or who stopped doing anything? So I'm saying that to say, you know, but anyway, we already talked about spirituality. That's closed. Now let's get into what we came here to talk about. And just so you guys know too, man, and I do this on purpose too, because already, if you already understood everything, I mean, shit, I mean, you prep now, you good to go. I got you right where I want you. Now that you understand that now, okay, shit. Listen, man. Let me do my shit, baby. And that is if you're still here, though, of course. But anyway, we all got everything that we all ever needed, man. But what it takes for you to know that, that's when you got to wake up to it. The Buddhists, I can't recall, they talked about it's all for the best, right? But that's not the point that I'm making here. But when they talked about it's all for the best, they always tell you, and this is what's relating to what I'm talking about here, right? So what they're technically saying is that although certain things may happen in your life that you don't see or you don't comprehend as it's happening to you now, and then you will always see it will make sense later. See that understanding of it making sense later, or even that assurance that you know is gonna make sense later. I mean, I guess that's how they selling it to you, which is true. I mean, I definitely fuck with it. Everything makes sense, man. What makes this world the perfection of this world? It doesn't lies in the fact that we're fighting each other or we're not perfect in the sense of how you guys looking at it in terms of being flawless or not. But the perfection is how everything comes together. The perfection is, just like you have males, you also have females. You have good, you have bad. You have good people do bad shit too. Just like bad people do good shit. But truly, what makes them good, it really comes down to what? Their heart. Do you see what I'm saying? So, again, you know what I'm saying? Like this is the polarity that is around us. But that requires for you to be a little more subtle. That's when you have to be keen. Like this is where your elevation is required. You know what I'm saying? That's when you're gonna have to be top notch, baby. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to start holding shit a certain way, man. You gotta find your beauty. And again, this is all referring to the world that you're living in, my friend. But anyway, yo, you already got everything you need. Nothing is a coincidence. But for you to be grateful, you have to understand that. Now, how would you understand that everything was given to you? Well, you would need to understand the way we operate. The Sufis, in fact, they talk about, and let me take a minute. I'm going to read this to you guys. This is it's worth reading. I mean, you need to hear this. Sufis not just quote. It's one of their major quote. I mean, one of the ones I really love. They talk about how. I mean, he was saying pretty much, I asked God for strength, and then God gave you problems to solve. I asked God to be intelligent. Well, I mean, he gives you, he puts you in a situation for you to resolve shit. Oh, that's why we say you better be careful what you ask for. You're gonna get it, but you're not gonna get it the way you think you expecting that you're gonna get it. When you look at, I'll give you a perfect example. When you look at a guy like Mike Tyson, he had to come from where he came from for him to thrive. When this brother said, "Yo, jail was his best moment," oh man, that's when for me I'm just like I was like I gave it up. This nigga got it. I'm like, you know what? I'm done. Like, nigga, thank you. Thank you, sir. I gave up on you at that moment, nigga. Fuck you, nigga. You good. I'm gonna leave him alone. He's good. He's good to go. You know what I'm saying? I told my people, bless him. But he was already blessed. I mean, of course, I'm making fun. I mean, shit, I ain't blessed nobody. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is, in fact, I'm blessed through this nigga. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying that to say, when you look at everything, you got everything you need, man. Being poor sometimes, and coming to America, Eddie Murphy has this line that I really like. What was it? Well, oh shit, I don't remember the way they said it in fucking English because when I saw it, I was in Haiti at that time and I saw it in French. But he was saying something along the line. I don't recall. It was. I think. Was it right before or after Sammy got the apartment clean? Oh, anyway, but he was saying something to the effect of, having an empty pocket sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It helps you to see things clearer, and it does. It does. Sometimes being broke open up a whole other door for you, man. It helps you to see things better. The way you cope with life. Shit, man. Some of my best awakening too happens when I was broke. To be honest. God damn, you know what I'm saying? You have to improvise, dog. What you gonna do? It helps you to see things better. So again, you got everything you need, man. You just gotta know it. But most importantly, you would also know it as that's when the gratitude is very important. That's when now you would come on, man. Like, guys, whoo, I'm too excited. I mean, because I feel like I'm giving it up to you in the sense of, I mean, what's understood doesn't have to be explained. Should I just be like, all right, I'm out? What's understood doesn't have to be explained. But it also takes for you to start seeing polarity in life. It takes for you to see beyond the veil. You gotta see, like, like what you think that is good could be bad, and what is bad could be good. Rich people do commit suicide, man. Who would ever thought? And this, I love this nigga too, man. The fucking Fire nigga. This nigga is exceptional to me. What the fuck is he? Robin Williams, exceptional motherfucker. This nigga for sure, for sure. He talks like black niggas. He talks white. This nigga, there's no limitation to him. Like this nigga for sure to me. Exceptional motherfucker. Kill himself. Or whatever the fuck the reason is. I'm saying that to say, again, What is good could be bad. What is bad could be good. See, that's why you need to adopt a Godhead mentality too. That's a Godhead mentality. Meaning, now you understand the nature of your environment. I mean, it would also keep you from being in your mind. Because what spirituality truly is doing, or the people that came before me, my ancestors, and myself, when I had to wake up to what they were saying, and now I'm saying the shit to you now. I'm sorry, and I'm saying the shit to you now. This it's your fucking life. But again, also too, that's why this kind of wisdom is for the livings. So we don't cast our pearls before swine, not because I think I'm better than you, not because I have a big dick and you got a little dick. It's none of that. It's because you're just not there. You don't argue with fools because they don't I mean, how do you argue with someone who don't understand what you're saying? It doesn't make sense, man. That's like me talking to my son or even trying to teach my son calculus. This nigga's 6 years old. What? You know that? So that's why it's important again when you understand yourself. Spirituality is to help you to navigate life. This life. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures. When I talked about the scriptures, I do have, the Bible, whatever the fuck. It's helping you to navigate this life. To love one another. To do this thing. To cultivate God in you. When you do, you love one another. That's why your commitment was for you to love. Meaning, open up your heart. Learn. Be who you are. That's what this shit is talking about. I know you're talking about your Jesus. But how is it relating to your life? See, that's why I always tell people, man, talk about Jesus and living a Jesus life are two different things. And talking about him doesn't necessarily mean you have transformed. Regardless, because this shit has become, because this is what I'm, and I know I talked about Tyrese. I'm not trying to link what I said to him. I mean, it's beautiful what he did. I mean, it was an act of respect, of devotion. In fact, nigga, like, just shit. I lived that life. And obviously, I hope you live in it too. But the point that I was trying to make, though, is that a lot of people, I mean, it's becoming more of a, kind of like this political shit. This political bullshit. Like if I talk about Jesus, I go to church. I'm a good people. I'm a good person. That's what I'm saying. And no, motherfucker, no, that's not true. In fact, man, listen, man. Listen, man. When my story comes out, I'm gonna show you people who go to church and what they do. And those same people, man, listen, man, I'm not a shit. I'm gonna show you the people who's claiming, oh my God, oh, do not use curse words, or wouldn't curse in front of people, and I'll show you what they do. And I learned that at a very young age too. You have your Bill Cosby motherfuckers, then you have your guys like Eddie Murphy motherfuckers, who's on stage holding his dick, saying fuck and all that, and then who lives his life a certain way, and then on the flip side of it, then you have this, the proper that he wants to and all that shit, and then you know what I'm saying, a whole lot of Diddy going on. This nigga was like, it was yes Diddy way before Diddy even like shit. saying? These niggas are competing against each other. But anyway, I mean, I'm not trying to use other people's demise for me to get it. But I'm saying that to say, again, the living aspect of shit. Like I say motherfucker, I say nigga, then what? I'm not spiritual. Let me know. Let me know. Please. Oh shit, man. I mean, I like to hear people break me down. Oh, and I smoke too. I almost forgot about my drink. God doesn't hear my prayers. No way near God. Nah, not at all. There's nothing in talking about Jesus. But if you're looking for that social, political bullshit, and that's what I meant. I didn't mean, I hope this brother's doing this shit for what he does. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? It's, you know what I mean? But anyway, I'm saying all of that. Now, let's go back to our conversation because that shit could go left, like, real quick. But anyway, you have everything you need. The struggle, the shit you had to go through, that's what got you to where you are, man. Listen, I was illegally adopted. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know my parents. The people I was like, I was raised with the mob, nigga. It was a Haitian mob. You know what I mean? Like, I'm talking about I was dead before I was even born. They choose a name for me. They call me Bud, and as you can see, it's generic. No matter where I go, your name is Bud? Yeah. Some genius came up with that. You know what I'm saying? So I was put in a family, you know what I'm saying? Because I want you to understand that you have everything you need. Now, for some of you, yeah, it was fucked up. Of course it was. But it was the fucked up that I needed, though. I mean, shit. And truly, how fucked up was it? I'm standing here, nigga. Not just that. I solved my own case. Shit. If anything, yo, I'll even help the fucking. Anyway. Whoo, I'm getting hot. You got everything you need. They were what I needed for my growth. And literally, spirituality saved my life. Like, literally. This is a practical matter. You had to let go. The amount of abuse that these people put on me, yo, that is some satanic shit, to be honest. These motherfuckers, when I say when I'm talking about abuse, and then none of it touched me, bro. None of it touched me. Because the whole thing was to turn me into them. To make me look or to make me be as trash as they are. We're talking about people who have no sense of integrity. Because I wanted to be myself. Oh no, you can't be yourself. We're talking about gossiping. If you know anything about the fruit of the flesh, that's what they do. And they're doing it on purpose because there's a crime behind it. So once they already put it out there, you know what I'm saying? Like all my life, this nigga's like they're always trying to blame me for what? Oh, you see this, you that, you always what? understand what I'm saying? But all of that, whereas that same lady, she did that to her son, her biological son, don't even talk to him. Don't even talk to her. And that nigga's all fucked up. And I know why. And I understand. I was there. I see it. Now, the same shit she was doing to me, that shit didn't work. That's why I always tell people, man, listen, man, your environment it defines you because it reveals who you are. But it doesn't define you because it's creating you. I mean, you may be influenced, of course. Come on, you're going to be influenced. But who you are, you're going to be who you are, baby. I had everything that I needed. Their opposition only made me better. And guess what? I have no hate in my heart. Listen, I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. And these pussies are afraid of me anyway. Oh, I know. That's why they do what they do behind me. Pussies, man. Trash. And then you pussy, you wanted me to be scared of you? You know, man? And I'm also talking about stupid people too. They're all stupid. They thought they know me. Well, do you? And here's the thing too. The fake mother, she hired somebody else, teaching that motherfucker about me. She doesn't even know me, teaching this motherfucker about me, and this motherfucker's following everything she's saying about me. Now, she did the same thing to my baby mother, and of course, this bitch didn't love me, which is good. It's all right. I'm saying I'm not offended. So I'll find the one that loves me, baby. You know what I'm saying? But what they were trying to do is to put me in this triangle where, you know what I'm saying, they know I love my kids. They taking my kids away from me, doing all kinds of shit. Man, I tell them to have it all. And this bitch thought she got me. She thought she knew me. She thought, even like right then and there, and then show you too, my baby mother, right? Following everything that she said, and nothing's happening. And then now she hired somebody pretty much to take me out. You know what I'm saying? You know, because they use poison, to actually take you out. And they use gossip, and that's what she did. She even killed her own brother. And the person she hired too, she got a few things under her belt too. And that shit's gonna come out, man. Yo, listen, man. You know what I'm saying? If I'm 43, that is if I am, because I really don't know. And all of that, because, there's other things I'm not gonna say, man. And here's something else too. Even when I started to actually develop my skills, right, my gift. I remember I told her once. She was like, "Oh, now you think you psychic?" Okay. Meanwhile, this bitch doing voodoo. How do you do voodoo when I tell you I'm psychic, and then you ridicule me, and then you hiring like you like when I say stupid? Can you imagine? And here's something else too, man. Those were let's just say they were my real parents. What type of education was I gonna have, bro? This is why I tell you guys too, man. Listen, your parents, it's good. You have to honor, and I understand the honoring aspect of them. And just like I'm saying that too, I'm honoring these motherfuckers too. Trust me. Because without them, what the fuck did I tell you? I needed them. They made me better in every single way. The harder they go, the better I got. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know how God said to how God said to Moses that this hardened their heart. They become. I mean, because they had me had a baby too, so they thought, oh, come on, man. And this is why I always tell you guys too, man, for you to be you. You have. I mean, nobody else cannot be around. Here's something else too. They were training me to accept like abuse. Like you, like what? Like what makes you? You know what I'm saying? Like how do you accept anybody to do just do anything to you? Like you gonna spit in my face and then I'm gonna be tomorrow. I'm gonna be hey, let's be friends. You just spit on my face. That's nothing. That's forgiveness. Nah, man. Forgiveness is not stupid. It's not stupid, man. You know, it's not at all. Forgiveness is just for you, not for them. Like for me, I forgive them. That has nothing to do with. I mean, how the fuck am I? Think about it. You think I'm gonna be part of this family? All right. So after that, I'm gonna go back and join them in the name of God. If I truly have a good heart, get the fuck out of here. What that has to do with nothing? Again, spirituality got nothing to do with stupidity, people. Forgiveness is only for you because it put a hold on you. You can't move. Shit, these niggas don't even know. I've been partying like shit. In fact, tonight I'm like a motherfucker. Shit, you got shit to worry about, not me. Oh, you have no shit, nigga. Let me toast for y'all, nigga. In fact, let me drop something for my people. You know what I'm saying? I mean, how have you been knowing any given day now? Any given day, baby. Don't worry about me. I'm good. I'm good. I'm super good. You know what I'm saying? I mean, how does it feel like? I mean, that's the position. And here's something else too. Everything they wanted from me, that's what's happening to them. They have no idea. They wanted me not to have any money. Do you see how crucial? Yo, do you see how savage these people are? This is savage, bro. Abuse to the max. Like when I say these motherfuckers wanted to strip me like fucking like that's what they wanted. And I'm just looking at it and I'm seeing the hate. I'm like, wow, how do you guys do it? But hey, that's your business though. Now that hate, this is where it takes you. This is where it took you. You wanted me to turn me like you? You're crazy, nigga. I'll be puffing, living, and then y'all brought my money to me too. Thank you. Thank you. You know it's coming. I know lately, I don't know, I've been feeling good. This is how we ride on our enemies. But they're not even enemies, man. Do you see what I'm saying? See, when you understand that, like, how can I not forgive them? In fact, I love them. They don't even know that. but which has nothing to do with me hanging out with you or for what? You did what you did. All right, all right, all right, all right. You fell short though. I mean, you took yourself out. And here's the funny thing too. Oh man, I got so much shit to say. But anyway, I'm you know what I'm saying? That's got to be a book, man. Like, anyway. But you got everything you need, baby. You got everything you need. I'm that cornerstone. You know, that stone the builders rejected as they were doing, as they were building. And then when they build everything, and then the stone is missing. When I tell you they planned everything. Man, listen, when I tap into that shit and man, they had my funeral, they had fucking insurance, like these niggas would like they were when I say like stripping me like with no fucking these niggas like they didn't see. Do you see like when you see like what the fuck am I saying here? Like what am I thinking about? I guess a skeleton. Like I don't even I can't even think of that. These niggas like they just wanted to. You talking about hate, bro? It makes me laugh, and then they have more hate, and it's killing them. It's like they want to send me hate, but it's like nigga, what you? Okay, so if you eat, okay, go ahead eat something. I'm gonna shit it. Send me your hate. What is that gonna do to me? What the fuck that got to do with me? You know what I'm saying? Like feel sorry? Like would you like me to feel sorry for you for what? You did what you did. What that got to do with me, man? Hey man, this is one of those things I'm gonna be like, hey man, they tried. You know, I'll give you tea for trying. You know what I'm saying? And there's so much to learn from that type of experience. Man, I'm the one that got away. I'm the one that got away. They have no clue of what's coming. They don't know. Mm, mm. Guys, I would not want to be in your position. Okay. I'm back. You know what I'm saying? You got everything you need. You got everything you need. It's a matter of you, it's how you're looking at it. Do you see what I'm saying? I mean, I can't speak, let's just say if I was raised with my real family, how would that be? I mean, I don't know. Maybe, perhaps it would have been better. Who knows? But this shit here, I don't think there's any better than that. With the life lessons, it's almost like, and then they knew about my inheritance. I mean, that's what the whole shit was about. They wanted to steal my money. That's what the shit was about. And then they saved my money too until I was ready. Because I'm glad because have I had because apparently I had a trust fund and shit like that. Have I had that money sooner when I was in my 21? Nah, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you see how beautiful everything is? Have I had that money when I was 21, 22, bro? Come on, man. I mean, it's not like I was fucked up. I mean, let me clarify that. You know what I'm saying? Because I was going to college, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get it fucked up. But I wasn't the person that I am now, though. You know what I'm saying? And there's a couple things, I probably would have done. You know what I'm saying? A couple of bottles, you know what I'm saying? Probably. Oh, who says I'm not going to do that anyway? Who knows? Who gives a fuck? But anyway, I mean, if I do it now, it would be different. Do you see what I'm saying? But Making a long story short, everything works out, man. I got everything I needed, bro. And I met even the person that they hired was somebody I met too. Do you see what I'm saying? Everything's perfect, bro. You always meet the right person, regardless of how bad they do you. But that's the lesson that you need. Oh, I was gonna read that shit for you guys. You know what? Let me find it. I'm gonna read it before I go, cause that's something you need to understand about this life. Hold on. Well, I can't recall it. Quote about. Hopefully, I hope I find it. Relationship to God. Eh, whatever the fuck. You know, I'm not gonna sweat it out all day. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying all of that to say, yo, you got everything you need. Everything you need. You got everything you need, bro. From the time, from the place, everything you need. How do you utilize it? That's what it comes down to. How are you looking at it? That's what it comes down to. These motherfuckers even wanted to take my kids from me. Well, not even. Like that's what they were doing. This woman, when she sent this other lady, whatever the fuck, she had my kids because all they were doing, they thought they thought they were smart. And now this, oh man. First of all, like they should have hired me, man. Hired me to kill me. I would have done it. I would have gave you better advice. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of the good thing that works out for me too, because they are some of the people who think because they older, they know. I'm older, so what I say go. What? You know that? Huh? Well, you an old stupid motherfucker, nigga. And they always wanted to expose me too, because I'm so bad. You know what I'm saying? There you go. Now this is the bad boy that's taking you out. This is how bad I am, motherfucker. You are not wrong. I am a bad motherfucker. Oh, you best believe. Come on now. Yo, this lady was competing with me as a kid. Do you understand? Like everything, all my setup, man. Listen, when I told you guys I am successful, I don't think you understand. My life went from negative to positive. I was I was shaped to fail. Do you understand that? But where you from doesn't define you, baby. It reveals who you are. You know what I'm saying? Now, if these motherfuckers would have, I mean, shit, it reveals who you are, man. How do you compete with a kid? That's like my son being 6 years old now, and I'm telling them, you know what? I know how to do calculus. Can you do calculus, nigga? Hey, what? 6 years old kid. I was raised like they didn't teach me nothing about life. And of course, I mean, I am the prey. Why would you teach me about life? Always asking me, you know what's going on, how everything going, and then they take everything, nah, and then that's how. This is how. Listen, they even try to get me fired. Yeah. Woo! And even getting me fired, like about jobs that I don't give a fuck anyway. I shouldn't say that too loud, but you know, I mean, I love what I do in terms of the art and the lesson. You know, I mean, I am an accountant. You know what I'm saying? Like, not just, you know, but for the knowledge itself. Like, nigga, I take my craft very serious. You know what I'm saying? In terms of that, oh, of course, come on now, stop playing, man. You know what I'm saying? We do everything we do great, baby. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? And here's something else too: the fucking competition. I was the brightest of all their kids, and the only one too who went to college, have a master's. None of them do. They have the other one, but they all work together, bro. Man, listen, man, this is gonna be one for the ages. It's gonna be for the ages, man. You'll see how like, and old people too, man. You'll see how not just stupid, but the hate that they have. Trash people, man. Yo, if I tell you, you probably think I'm mad, like, and I'm not. I'm just telling you, yo, how trash, nigga. Like, I was raised with trash people, trash. But lucky for me, bro, I believed in me. And I knew they were. Don't tell me how I know. I just knew. And I knew I couldn't listen to her. I knew that from the start. You got everything you need. You know, and because of them, they helped me. I become a healer too. I had to heal myself. I mean, who's gonna heal me? I mean, who's gonna support me? Obviously, not these motherfuckers. And everything they did was the complete opposite. Man, shit, you got everything you need, baby. Listen, you got every fucking thing you need. For me to become the person that I am, I needed these motherfuckers. And I honestly trained this. Thank you, niggas. Thank you. Good job. I mean, you guys did a good job. I mean, not directly, obviously, but listen, man, I did handle myself though. You got everything you need. You know? And guess what? You know, can of course, like come see, like abundance come with it, baby. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm trying to give you the game, man. I'm trying to give you all the game. Do you see what I'm saying? And how, I mean, and not to mention, like, you know, like this lady, I'll give you a perfect example, right? When I tell you to fail, and that's why I'll give you a perfect example. I got involved in sex very early too. Why? Because this bitch was watching movies. I'm 5 years old with everybody like this. When I tell you, let's trash, this bitch don't even know the difference. There's kids. You don't do like, and this is how, like, oh man, and then she's gay too. Like, yo, crazy shit, man. Yo, when I tell you trash, bro, like, man, and then here I am. I speak for myself. Oh, trust and believe, man. Trust and believe. You got everything you need, baby. You got everything you need. You need your struggles. That's how you grow some muscles. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? So that's why, I mean, you the only way for you to become grateful, you got to realize you got everything you need, good or bad. So gratitude is a state of mind. I know some of you all woke up today. Oh, okay, it's another day. I get it. You know, the idea of that, when they say that to you, is to give you an ideal of what it's like. I mean, the idea of gratitude is for you to embrace life as is, period. And of course, you make the best out of it. And that's why you're here. This is your journey to be your best version. This is Earth School, man. That's why you're here. It's beautiful. Do you see what I'm saying? So again, we're also talking about level of understanding too. Do you see? But anyway, you got everything you need, and you cannot be grateful if you don't understand that. And being grateful is not saying, no, 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 no. It's a state of mind. It's a way of living. Everything I talk about here is for the livings. If you're not experiencing it, okay. I mean, shit. I mean, miss me with it because you don't know it. You do what you know. I mean, I know some people may tell you sometimes you may know better than where. Nah, I mean, but to what level? I mean, how much of it do you really know? You know, it's one thing to hear something and to repeat it, and to knowingly repeating something. You know, that's why you see, even spirituality is turning into this social political bullshit. Grand rising. I mean, not that I have an issue with it. I mean, I get it too. Words are powerful. Oh, well, I mean, I'm saying, oh, king, oh, queen, you know what I'm saying? I do say that shit too. But now I understand, like, come on, man. Not every, come on, man. Come on, man. I know the difference. You know what I'm saying? I know the difference. You know what I'm saying? I know the motherfucker who just saying this shit. You know what I'm saying? To have to get a pass. Oh, okay, you're a smart one, or you know what I'm saying? Oh, you're a chosen one. Come on, man. You can't fool me. You know what I'm saying? You can't fool me. You know what I'm saying? You are when you shit, nigga, man. Like you can't fool me. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I mean, all of them, they thought they were fooling me. And you also got to understand that too. When they see what they're doing is not working, they go even harder. So the abuse got worse and worse over the years. I mean, it wasn't. I mean, obviously, I became a man. You couldn't like beat me up anymore. But now, you know what I'm saying? It's with the people I was dealing with. Ah, man. And when I tell you, wisdom has a certain way. Like, when they were talking, I knew all about it. I didn't know what it was, but I never said anything. You know what I'm saying? They thought they were the only one who was hiding shit from me. Like, the bitch that they hired, this bitch, I didn't even introduce them to her. Like, okay, they got to know her. It was my graduation. All right, let me give you the whole story. Well, not the whole story, but a big chunk of it, right? So this bitch, she's a hoe, right? Like when I say hoe, like nigga hoe. But that was around the time, you know what I'm saying? Like I was doing my fucking shit, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, I was probably like 21, 22. But anyway, but I fucked that bitch once, y'all. Her puss. Oh man, nigga. like I'm glad. I mean, her pussy stink now. You know, but then it was a stink though. But the pussy was bad, bro. Like, and I don't know. I mean, I'm probably older. I am older than her by a few years. That I'm not sure. But anyway, but that's how I met the bitch, right? But I fucked only once, and that was trash pussy, bro. Like when I say trash, and I'm not saying this to trash anybody, and that's why I'm not even gonna say people's name. But bro, but anyway. So, but it was around this. I mean, a little bit later, probably a year or 2 years later. I mean, of course, I mean, nigga, I was ruthless. Like when I say ruthless, I meant like, 21, 22, you meet people, you go out, you fucking and shit, and then, I mean, I wasn't about no relationship shit. I could tell you this much. You know what I'm saying? It was my college, and I was fucking, I was partying. That's all the fuck it was. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, I was, doing my little bit of studies and everything. And as, I started, learning and doing things like that. So she ended up staying a friend of mine. And the reason why, and I'll tell you, and I gotta thank her too because she taught me something valuable. And that's why I always tell people, man, you do not want people who's not on the same level as you to be in your environment. Nah, no, 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 no. But this is what happened to me though, because as I was going through some major transformation, probably a couple years later, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I was still talking to her, but I knew she was a hoe. Like, I gave her some bullshit. She wanted some relationship. Like, who's gonna do relationship with a hoe? You know what I'm saying? But, what I wasn't thinking about though, she was since then she was on a quest to fuck me up. But I was not that I didn't see it. I mean, I didn't know it, but I did know she was envious of me. That much I knew a little bit later. But I had allowed her. This is what she didn't know. Scotty didn't know. Oh, Scotty's talking about you love him. I'm like, what? Nigga, I know you envy me, nigga. You know what I'm saying? How do you envy me and love me at the same time? What the fuck? You think I'm stupid? So, but anyway, and this is the person they hired. Do you see how everything is perfect? The bitch that I knew I had to stay away from. But okay, now let me tell you the part. Well, I mean, the when I allow her to be around me, right? Because and this is where too, man. That's what she taught me. Because it was around that time, and that's how, to be honest too, I got to be with my baby mother. Because at that time, when I met her, I knew she was not on my level. Of course, I had to learn these things because at that time, I was on my, I don't want to say Jesus shit, because I am on my Jesus shit now, if you're really talking about it. But in terms of, I wanted to help to change other people. I still want to do it now. I'm doing it now. In fact, I'm doing it now. But not, I mean, you can't change people who do not want to change. So I had to change that about me. So that's how she ended up being my friend. And I wanted to help her too. Like I couldn't tell her, yo. I mean, I did say a couple things, but I couldn't be too direct. You know what I'm saying? I knew she was a hoe. I know she was doing dumb shit, but I didn't know how much, and I didn't even pay attention to it. So that's what was taking place with me. But then, yet she was doing magic, and then she thought it was her magic that got us to stay friends. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, I called this bitch. Shit, nigga. Like I said, I'm if I'm truly 23, right? 21, so that's 22 years, right? If I call her 10 times in 22 years, let me know. So then it was my graduation. That's how they initially met. And then, of course, she was on her mission. And then now they met, and then they fucked together. Oh man, yo, what? because she was gay, and I knew. I mean, I kind of suspected that. You know what I'm saying? Even her, the way she talks, she be. I mean, she was like more like a stud a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But you know these gay motherfuckers, they always want to hide the shit. Not like those are the worst gays too. Like anyway, like me personally, I ain't got no problem with no gay people. You know what I'm saying? I got love everybody. Babe, come on, stop playing. But I'm saying that the way I said it was because, come on, man, how you gonna hide who you are? But anyway, man, that's a whole. You got you got everything you need. You got everything you need, bro. This was such a clean sweep, man. Like you guys have no idea. Everything they planted was everything that works out for me. And not just that, to say the least, they were doing magic. That's what I'm best at. When I got in this spiritual journey, like for me, I always tell you guys, man, you gotta walk both sides, niggas. Like I don't do spells on people. I don't do none of that shit. Like that's for stupid niggas. You know what I'm saying? How would I know I'm a god? Then I'll be. I use. You think I would need other people energy to do what? I I am somebody. God damn it. Why would I need somebody to do shit for me? What am I weak? Am I? Not, that's them though. A bunch of sorry motherfuckers. Listen, when I tell you this is everything I needed to, and think about it too, for me to be a healer, how would I be a healer if I like? That's why I understand this. Not only I was raised with them, but I was able to tap into them. Meaning, I know I understand how they operate. It's one thing to be raised around it, and then for you to understand it. That was needed. They gave me everything, even in terms of me understanding, even the hate, the envious. Like I understand it because I tap into their fucking energy, and I got to see how they think. I'm like, oh, these people. Like when I say these, like they think like life is luck because they don't work hard. They don't work on who they are, and they don't embrace themselves. So it's almost like everything that you do in life, like the mother who was competing with me, she wanted to be a star, and I didn't know that. You're gonna be a star, baby. Don't worry. You're gonna get your 15 minutes of fame. The whole world's gonna know how trash you are. You're gonna go to jail. Well, you dying anyway. You know what I'm saying? But don't worry about it. You're just gonna go in jail though. You know what I'm saying? You probably already know that, but you know, man, what I see for you guys, man. But anyway, anyway, like this is the guy like you were laughing at. Like when I said, I was doing my psychic thing, and I was like, yo, I think I may have this, and she was like, no, what you talking about? But they were also doing that too because they didn't want me to know about voodoo because that's what they do in secret and not. Man, when I tell, man, shit, I know, man. Listen, tell these niggas I'm coming, man. Don't worry about me. You know what I'm saying? Why hire somebody else? You should have done it yourself. Hmm? I was at your house. You should have done it yourself. And guess what? And then they was gonna, like, this dumb bitch, right? They hired. They were going to set her up too. She didn't even know that. These niggas should have given me the money to kill me, man. I would have helped them. I mean, obviously, you know what I'm saying. And then they got a lot of people involved too. There's something else. Okay. Okay. Don't worry. Don't worry. You know what I'm saying? It's quiet now, though. Don't worry about it. It's gonna be loud. It's gonna be very loud. Oh man. got everything I needed. And you do too. It's how you look at it. You see, if I was looking at it from their perspective, man, listen, man. When I tell you these motherfuckers, like, it's like, damn, that's hate and envious at a level I've never witnessed before. It's almost sad. It's very sad for them. But don't worry. And here's something else too. They know it. They hear it all the time. They know, man. Listen, man. No matter how long you lie, you the truth's gonna come out. They know it, but they thought they were smart. They thought it was for everybody else, not them. Yo, everybody who does that kind of shit, they always think, you know what I'm saying? Nah, that's for everybody else, but it's never me. She thought she was gonna take that to her grave. No, bitch. You gonna take the truth to your grave. Do you know what I'm saying? Like 69, whatever. Like some of them are in their 70s. Can you imagine being that old and being that wow. Like, did you go through life transformation at all? Do you see what I'm saying? You know how you watch those snappers movies? Like I was watching this other movie, like this guy's been killing professionally, and then at one point, you know what, man? I gotta change my life. You know what I'm saying? I gotta do the right thing. Like, wow. Wow, wow, wow. these motherfuckers are worse than I thought. Man, listen, man, I can't even do them justice. The shit that's gonna come out, you're gonna get to hear and see. Oh man. But I'm good. I'm good, you know what I'm saying? And that was the benevolent aspect of myself. They always hated. Dude, when I hit y'all, man, at a very young age, I was going to the fucking Bible studies and shit. I mean, I was attracted by that shit. And here's something else too. You see, you got everything that you ever fucking need. Now, the only person that I think that was not in on it, you know, was the so-called my dad. Because I talked to him too after he actually passed away. And then all of these people, she killed her brother. Everybody's on them. They don't know what's happening to them. They don't know how everything just flipped on them. They don't understand nothing of what's taking place. You haven't, man, listen. Woo. You got everything that you need, bro. And this guy was into metaphysics. So for me, even at a younger age, I was very passionate about some of the shit he was talking about. And then he had a lot of books too. Nigga, that was juice for me. I was reading it, that nigga book, like I was doing a whole lot of shit that nobody knows. I mean, they knew, but like stupid people, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I was learning shit, and then, they tell me all that. And then here's something else too. She used to send me to church, but the whole idea of them sending me to church, you have to understand, it wasn't for me to find God. They don't give a fuck about God. This bitch don't go, no. So I could be obedient to her. Because they understand how, church makes you, you listen. How do you listen to somebody who's fucking you up? No life lesson, nothing good, bro. But then it was mainly for me because, you didn't want me to learn intentionally because it would be harder on her. And this is also another reason why I do what I do too, because there was other people that was talking that I was getting the knowledge from. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? Not to mention those books, man. That's why I understand, man. The work is around you. And just like they did, guess what, man? I'm gonna do the same thing, baby. And not to mention, oh my god, man, my connection with my fucking ancestors too. Shit's crazy. It's crazy. Crazy. I love it. I love it, man. Love it. But anyway, guys, I'm not gonna keep you guys too long. But I feel like I wanted to share a little bit of my story so you understand. And I know maybe I'm not doing my story justice because I polish it, like I make it sound good to you. I mean, it's very fucked up, but it's not even like how can I say this, man? Like I don't know, man. Like how can and this is my thing, so you understand where I'm coming from. Listen, man. Like I can't serve two gods, bro. I mean, I can't learn the lesson and hate at the same time. I can't do it. I don't know if somebody else can do it. I mean, the lesson in itself, like, already helped me. I'm good. You know, man? So, and even when I found out, you know what I'm saying, how I found out, and when they sent wherever, and then oh man, everything was just perfect too. And then it was around the time my you know what I'm saying, my gift was just shit. If you thought about then, think about now, nigga. And that was then. You know what I'm saying? That was a couple years back, man. You know what I'm saying? And I was really tapping into some certain shit. And man, let me tell you, man. You know. And then have a bunch of dummies that go against me, man. When the story comes, you'll see, man. You know, it's like, shit. Man, they had doctors. Look, man, listen, man, they don't know. It's a whole community, as I said, man, shit. They had it planned out all the way through. Yes, ma'am. Cornerstone, bitch. Cornerstone. I'm saying, never disrespect God, nigga. When you disrespect me, you disrespected God. And I'm saying this humbly. And what I'm also seeing by that, meaning by that too, it's not to say I have the biggest dick ever and all that shit. No, what I'm saying is it's a man of God, a man who sacrifices his life to God. So now you're gonna have to talk to my people now. I talk to my people, man. And listen, man. And the way these guys are doing things, man. That's why I wanted shit, because if it was me, man. And these motherfuckers, they think I'm doing something. Man, let me tell you something. If I was touching you guys, you don't know magic the way I do. That's one. Two, if I was touching you guys, I wouldn't be having this conversation with you. What do you think I'll be telling to myself? That's one. Secondly, it's been 2 years since I know. I haven't even gone to the fucking police. If you don't know. Facts. Well, they actually come to me. Well, because of you. But I'm just saying, myself, I'm not scared of none of you motherfuckers. Man. I'm not. I mean, I don't even think I had to say it. Fuck it, I said it anyway. If I was touching you, doing magic on you, trust me, man, you would have been gone. But anyway, but that's not what I do, man. What would I do that for? You got nothing I need. In fact, you're stealing from me. I'm getting all my shit back though. That much I know. But then what else, man? Okay. Niggas, I can't even be mad at you. And that's facts. That's facts. I can't even be mad at you. I'm not fucking with you. And I'm not even talking about sex. I'm saying I mean you to do what? Let's just say you wanted to apologize to me. Seriously? For what? Be- because you lose? Because you lost? Suck it up, motherfucker. It happens, man. You thought I was gonna lose. In fact, you thought so much so, and that's why I tell people too, divine justice is different. You know, there's a reason why the Job story, if you read, I mean, well, nigga, I'm Job. You know what I'm saying? Now, from the time they illegally adopted me to how old they are now, think about, if you want to talk about the years of injustice, my kids sabotaging my life, even you know what I'm saying, these niggas, they do so, oh man, I feel like there's certain things, I mean, I just don't know, I mean, I was able to tap into certain things, but I mean, because when you tap into certain things, you able to see the bulk of shit, but the details, I mean, shit, it's if the what I see, how bad it is, the details even gonna be worse, nigga. so I'm already expecting that. Yeah. Shit, they did that. Oh man, yeah, of course. You know what I'm saying? So that's why for me it's like, okay. I mean, shit. I mean, I'm not surprised. You know what I'm saying? Okay, what else? Really? Oh man. They celebrated way early because I was that easy for them. You would think the way they think how easy I was, you would think they've been controlling me all their lives. Now what they've been doing is sabotaging my life, making me better. You want my baby mama? Have it. You want my kids? Have them. Now you and my baby mama, you guys could share the same cell together. Yo, when I tell you such a hate crime and organized, all these people around me trying to take me, they can even, you can even touch me behind my back, bro. Huh? And then now you think I'm doing something to you, bro. Nah, man. Everything, all your magic is returning back to you. That's what's happening to you. And why not doing more? You never know. You know what? One of them might slip. Do you know what I'm saying? I think you guys are not going hard enough. Let me be honest. You know what I'm saying? You might have to take a trip in Haiti. I mean, or somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? I know you got people out there. You know what I'm saying? You should. You know what I'm saying? But I'll tell you this though, and I'm making this known. You know what I'm saying? Like anybody who does the work, is gonna get my work. Listen, anyone involved in this, you know what I'm saying? if you sound some documentations, you know what I'm saying? You said how sick I was, you know what I'm saying? It's all, you know what I'm saying? All of you. You know what I'm saying? That part, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, they're dealing with what they did. You're still dealing with it, man. Everybody got to respond. Listen, man. Man. That's everybody, even myself. I gotta rip what I saw. You know what I'm saying? But my seeds are not yours. You know what I'm saying? I was investing in me. I was loving me. I was getting my life better, myself better. And that's what I'm gonna rip, nigga. Shit. I am that already. I am my reward. They don't know. They don't know. They don't know. So, these motherfuckers really don't know, man. They're all feeling it though. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Well, they're magic, you know. They that's what they did. You know, I got nothing to do with me, dog. You know what I'm saying? All I'm trying to tell you, man, yeah, go harder. Go harder. Maybe, you know, the person you paid, you might, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're gonna have to go, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You got, I ain't gotta tell you what you gotta do. You know what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the harder they come, the harder they gonna fall, man. That much I know. Come on now, baby. Come on. And that shit goes deep too, man. There's a lot of other people involved. You know, they have people that they paid money. I mean, because what they do, their strategy, they use money. You know what I'm saying? Like the bitch they hired, they probably was paying her bills. You know what I'm saying? Even with my baby mother too, that's exactly how she got them. You know what I'm saying? Showing that they're there for them. And then she's following her advice and then everything got worse. And then this bitch, they still friend. Oh, yeah, no, it's okay. Don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it. You had your run though. See, you probably didn't think this was gonna happen to you. You know what I'm saying? They got comfortable because they felt like, you know. And this is the thing. And this is what I tell people too. Especially when you're dealing with stupid parents, right? Now think about it. Who you gonna run and talk to? I mean, yes, I know the school's telling you to call 911 and all that shit. Shit, if anything, these niggas will tell you shit. And especially us niggas too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know how many black kids actually do that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think that's something that we do. I mean, that's mom right here. Right? And even listen to the stand-up comedies too. That's the collective consciousness. These abused motherfuckers. Now, granted, I'm not telling you here, you know, I was abused. You know what I'm saying? That's why I became the person that I am. Or you need to be abused too for you to become like no. You know you know what I'm saying? Abuse didn't make me who I am. Right? Part of it, I mean, I used the abuse, but who I was already that. So now with the abuse, now I became myself. I mean, it emphasized on me. But knowing abuse, you know, it's gonna make you better. No. There's no way. I mean, there's no way somebody's gonna whoop your ass and then you magically gonna know how to fucking do comics live because you got your ass whooped. If you're a comedian, nigga, you know how to do comedy. Or maybe it may allow you to take your craft a little more serious. I don't know what, but no ass whooping is gonna teach you how to tell jokes. If anything, the joke was on you then, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So we always have this thing like, you know what I'm saying? But all of it, if you accept abuse in your life, you're gonna reproduce that. It has nothing to do with none of that. You know what I'm saying? It's all about, you know what I'm saying, understanding, man. I'm saying there's no way. It doesn't make sense. How the fuck? You know what I'm saying? But what I'm trying to say, tell you now too. I mean, I hope you're not being confused, because on one hand, I'm telling you, you got everything that you need, right? But now for you to build yourself. But as we're building ourselves, I mean, so okay, what the fuck? Am I going to abuse my kids because, you know what I'm saying, because of what I was, you know, so that because I became better that way, they're gonna become better. Do you see what I'm saying? And not because I became better that way, but I use what I got. If there's a neat lesson here, it's for you to use what you got, but not for you to put yourself in, you know what I'm saying? That's what's going to give you this. I mean, I hope you're not getting it the wrong way. I mean, shit, you never know who's listening. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Shit, man. Don't hurt yourself in thinking, no. Spirituality is not stupidity. Let me say it again. Spirituality is not stupidity, guys. It's not. In fact, it's quite the opposite. The humbling aspect of it, or maybe me not responding to certain things, is only because you understand the reason behind it. Why would you argue with fools when you understand how the person don't get you, bro? How do you argue with somebody who's not on the same level as you? How do you compete with a kid? A kid. How do I compete with my son? 6 years old. And I'm 43. You know what I'm saying? Yo, do you know how much of a loser I would have to be? Do you know how much of a loser would I have to be, bro? But going back to what I was talking about too, man, you got everything that you need. You know, I just want you guys not to get it fucked up in a sense of, you know what I'm saying, because, you know, the idea here is that it's for you to look at the bigger picture. Seeing the polarity in things, seeing how, you know, something that is bad can also be good. So therefore, when you going through something good, you have that something bad, and you have that understanding. Well, guess what? You know what I'm saying? Now you become more vigilant or more aware of, you know what I'm saying? And the same thing too. Something that is good, well, guess what, man? It comes with some other shit too. You see what I'm saying? Like, just like Biggie was saying, more money, more problems. I mean, I know some people are saying it's not going to be the case. Well, shit, it may be the case too, man. I don't know if I would have to say more problems, but it comes with a set of problems, of its own problems. Because no matter where you go, you know what I'm saying, you're going to have that. So that's what you need to understand. Even when you were raised with so-called good family, sometimes, you know what I'm saying, you'll see a lot of those kids, man. The anger, like the not anger, but like the hunger to be better or to do certain things, they don't have it. I mean, it's not the case for everybody else. That's not what I'm saying. You know, again, you can't. The point here. That's the point. It's not to create two poles. It's not duality here. Some good could be good, some good could be bad. Some bad could be good, some bad could be bad. That's what we're saying. Not to create two poles. That's because when you do, that's what the illusion is. Now you're not looking at it correctly. Does that make sense? hope it does. But anyway, guys, it's getting late. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's life, man. Some people are partying, other people are crying. But we are all responsible for all of our actions. And for me, why would I feel bad about other people's action? That's not gonna happen. Shit. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Well, did you feel bad for me? In fact, oh fuck him. Okay. You'll get your wish. Well, you'll get everything that you needed. Everything you asked for me, you will get it. Except, the only exception is, it's just not going to be for me. But it will be for you, though. Oh, I guarantee you that. I promise you that. And I'm a man of my promise. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I mean, if you have doubts, I'll prove it to you. That's it, folks. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, guys, you know, you got everything that you need, man. All you need is look at it a little bit different. It's not how much you see, but it's how you're looking at it, man. You owe it to yourself. You know, embrace the paradox or the paradoxical perspective of life. That's how you thrive. That's how you overcome shit. That's how you transcend. That's how you grow. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, you're gonna have to pick up your cross, baby. Shit. Nigga. You have no idea, nigga. Trust me, man. I'm making this shit sound good. It is good too. I mean, shit. But besides, I have no hate anyway. So, you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But man, look here, man. Find your treasure. Always remember, for you to be you, nobody else can be around. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's and always know too, you are the result. I mean, you are the product of your own. I mean, you are the result of your own product. As a man thinketh, so he is. So, and also too, man, what breaks your heart, you know what I'm saying, may help your vision. You see what I'm saying? And here's something I wanted to share with you. Oh man, nah. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it here, guys. Nothing but love. You already know you got everything that you need, baby. Everything that you need. And the reason why it's important for you to know and understand that, you gotta see it in your life. How else would you make it a living thing? And that's why I was using my fucking example, my life, to show you how these things that took place, they were there for me. Now, have I not kept growing, then now that would have been on me. I mean, my growth, I depend, shit. Just like you depend on yours too. Now, your situation may not be a life or death situation in mine in terms of physically, but it is a life or death situation. Because regardless of how much money you got, you don't have your soul, it don't mean nothing. Now, it really don't mean nothing. I mean, if you understand everything we just talked about, even in terms of your vision, then now your money is blocking your own vision. Oh, and that's the worst. And that's what Jesus was saying, you know, when he talks about, like, what is it, that middle, like what is it, the hay in the, whatever the fuck, however the fuck he said it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what he was referring to. It may even be worse for you because now, you know what I'm saying, you become you lost. You worshiping idols now, and then you lost in the sauce. You see what I'm saying? When you see people talking about, like, sometimes, and I just be watching this shit. Oh man, they got a bigger dick than you, and you like, what? You see what type of car I'm driving? That's what defines you. It's like, but that has to do with anything. Do you see what I'm saying? And again, of course, that has nothing to do with money, because it's your fucking interpretation of that. And just so you know, too, man, your money's a whole. You never make her a housewife. Never ever make her a housewife. Make sure she remains a hoe, because a hoe is always gonna be a hoe. I sim, blah. Fuck them hoes.